Hey Vogue, it's Keke and I'm gonna show you guys my everyday hair routine, skincare, and makeup. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is my favorite product to use with La Roche-Posay. When I do any kind of product, I do check and see what kind of people have reviewed the product particularly, and I think it's important to know that Black people use the product as somebody with obviously black skin. Next, I'm gonna use Paula's Choice BHA, which is an exfoliant. I'm trying to clear up leftover hyperpigmentation and stuff. And I think exfoliating really helps with that personally. During my pregnancy, my skin was absolutely amazing. And when I had my son, I think it was just like the over excess amount of progesterone that helped level my skin out. But then after I had him, it kind of like almost immediately reverted back. If you have severe acne and it's really mentally putting you in anguish, which it had for me, that might be something really good to invest in. A dermatologist and an esthetician, I would say, and then good products. Next, I'm going to actually put on this Dr. Dennis Gross mask. I really do love doing the mask thing. It just feels so fun. You're in your bag, very cutesy. Don't look at this one nail because it's chipped and I'm pissed. Why would they do this the day that I'm doing the Vogue? I love all the things that allow me to spend more time with myself. When I started doing my natural hair, I wasn't sure like how to wear it. A lot of people do wash and goes, a lot of people do twist styles, but I wanted to figure out what was the style for me. And I realized that I really loved flexi rod sets. I just take it out just like this. It's not too, much. I just try to make sure I keep it in its form. I am a girl that likes to do protective styles, which for me usually means a wig. And I think it took me a long time to get to the place of being able to really appreciate my hair and all its uniqueness and what it can do and only it can do. Now when I wear a wig, it's not because I feel like I have to, but it's because I want to do something different that I don't want to do to my natural hair. And when I wear my natural hair, I actually have a different relationship with it. I remember when I did Nope, it was such a big thing when I was talking to Jordan. He was like, you know what, I think I want you to wear this hair for the movie. And I'm like, you want me to wear this hair in a major motion picture? And he was like, yeah, I think that's what we need. I mean, this is Black American iconography. This is what we need. And I was like, Jordan, the man that you are. We have to showcase all versions of beauty. And we hear this all the time. We keep hitting ourselves over the head with it, but it really is true. I think him allowing me to wear my hair like that in that movie and giving that platform and that stage, it continues to push forward so that another little girl like me, maybe her mom has an easier time telling her like, your curls are beautiful and you are beautiful because she's seen it. Okay, I need to sit down for the rest of this. My hand's about to hurt. I know it. Come on, honey, it's your girl. This is how it looks when you take the rods out. Very flat, very Shirley Temple. I'm gonna use this Argan Oil Shine Mist from Cream of Nature. And what I'm gonna do is pretty much break a piece off and then curl it out, okay? So every little piece, I'm remaining the curl as I'm separating it, just like that. See, I just love all the things that you could do with your hair, honey. This is honestly a very fun process. I had to do this every day on Nope. I was a perfectionist. I wanted my hair to be everything in every shot. So a lot of times with this particular style, you have to set it every night. Phew, that really did something. I feel so, hello. Now I'm gonna just pick it out a little bit before I get into my makeup. And honestly, as much as I love how this looks, I really love it when it's like a day in. Okay, we are all done. I'm gonna finish the last bits of skincare. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of this thermal water on. Using this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Serum. That's my son in the back, guys. He is making tons of noise. Say hi, buddy. Say hi, booty boo. Oh, why are you gonna embarrass me? Act like that's not what we do. Got it, cool. Love you, pumpkin. La Roche-Posay Double Repair Moisturizer. The real reason why my routine has changed as a mom is because I'm tired. Sometimes I have to really like pull myself to do the routine. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of Aquaphor. Y'all know, good old Aquaphor, #1 advanced repair around my nose because I've been getting cracked up over there. Shout out to Winnie Harlow. I'm putting on the K SPF. What I love most about it is that it's perfect under makeup. And so if you're ready, then I'm ready for us to get into the makeup. I'm gonna start with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I learned how to do my makeup, I think I was about like 11 years old, and I know that sounds like very young, but it was because that was when my acne stuff first started. And so it was a way for me to like just find confidence. So I'm gonna be going for a very casual makeup look. I'm very much into like, oh my gosh, did she do her makeup? Maybe she did. She's such a fab girl, naturally. I'm starting with the Double Wear Estee Lauder. I just put on this NARS concealer. I know it seems just like, girl, that color is light. But honestly, we're going for a highlighted vibe. You gotta look like you woke up, okay? I'm trying to look 5. Now I'm gonna also use Cookie. I definitely went down memory lane writing the book. It was like a process of visiting, I guess, all the most impactful projects that I've done, or the things that I feel like I learned the most lessons from. One, obviously, being True Jackson, because that, I feel like, really set the trajectory for me and my life, and also like my brand. I mean, I think Akilah and the Bee obviously had a big part in that as well. When the movie came out, it kind of bombed. Like, it didn't really do well in theaters. It wasn't until years later that it played on TV and that people really got a chance to see it and became like a high-selling movie that people bought. Back when DVDs was a thing. Oh my gosh, millennials, what's going on? But yeah, it was really cool sharing some of those stories that I think now impact me differently. And obviously I've had so many different experiences and a different level of awareness that allows them to have such deeper meaning. If I'm not getting my makeup done for a job, then yeah, I'm doing my own makeup. I feel like I got out of being a makeup girly for a little while because it started getting me down, honestly, having to always deal with so much texture stuff. So I did kind of get out of it a little bit, but then I found my way back. I'm gonna spray a little bit of this infamous Charlotte Tilbury spray. I do it in between sometimes before I finish because I feel like it really cements it a little bit. This is a tiny travel version of the Charlotte Tilbury 4 Deep Ponds, and I just use this for like a bronzing powder. This is gonna really place it. This is my favorite freaking color. It's She's Giving. The name speaks for itself because, honey, I gives. Honestly, growing up, the person that I love, like looking at That's So Raven. I mean, I loved Raven growing up. I love the colors, I love the magic, I love the creativity of her styling her own clothes. Into the future. It's some Chanel loose powder. That Disney Channel era, anybody that get a chance to get into that? Honey, cheetah girls, gotta do what I gotta do. Got the brains, gotta speak the truth. Everywhere from around the world, so you best respect the cheetah girls. You know, it's so funny. When I think about Moesha, I had got my first record deal with Atlantic Records, and they had me in the studio with Babyface. And he happened to be in the studio with Brandy. And he knew that I was a big fan of hers, and I grew up watching Moesha. So he had asked her to stay over a couple, hours after while I was recording when she was finished, just to say hi to me, because I was such a big fan. And because she's awesome, she did. Just putting a little bit of contour on the nose. She also brought me a journal, my very first journal that I still have. I have had it for years. And she wrote a note in the front where it says, I am who I am because you are who you are, Brandy. And I didn't know what that meant at the time, but obviously as I'm older, simply put, it's about representation. Like, the wheels keep turning. We all represent each other. And as an artist myself, I feel the same way about my audience, where I can be because you can be. And who better to give you your first journal than Moesha? And how crazy is it that Brandy also was the first ever Black Cinderella? And then years later, I had no idea that I would be the first Black Cinderella on Broadway. I've always been pretty quirky and silly. Like, honestly, everybody in my family is like that. All the Palmers, like when people talk about the Met Gala and they're like, like my whole family does stuff like that. We're very singy-songy. We're very kind of like, girl, stop. A lot of people from Chicago are this way. I feel like it's also like cultural community. Like, I grew up in a church. Everybody says what's on their mind. This is, again, She's Giving, but this is the side of it that's not cream. And I would definitely also say, like, from my head to my toes, it's all real. Yeah, This is Kosa's Airbrow. It's good to be back kicking it with Vogue. The last time I kicked it with them was on the Met Gala red carpet, honey. I had such an amazing time doing it, but it was absolutely a lot of work, honey, okay? Not just everybody can fill Andre Leon Talley's shoes. Obviously, what the Met is for is to bring us all together to continue to collaborate and to give back to fashion so that fashion can keep telling stories, because it's very expensive, as all art is. It's so funny though, the last time that I went, so I'm there and I'm like talking to Ayo Edebiri and we're like, hey girl. And then behind me, I look and I see Chris Hemsworth. And I'm looking at Chris Hemsworth because obviously it's Thor. You know, I'm just like, but he's staring at me back. And I'm like, what is he staring at me back for? Like, is he really looking at me or he looking at somebody behind me? And I turn behind me, no one's there. He's like, Keke, yeah, I'm looking at you, it's you, Keke. And I'm like, yeah, it's me, Keke. And he's like, yeah, Keke, we wanna do this movie. We gotta figure out this movie with you. I don't want to pitch it right now, but I gotta let you know. So he's talking to me about this movie, and he quickly starts to pitch this idea. And he's like, wait a minute, before I go into it, I gotta get you with my buddy real quick. We're producing it together. He taps the back of this white man. The white man turns around, it's Matt Damon. He pitches me this movie, and Matt Damon's like, looking like we in Good Will Hunting. He like, it was a moment in time, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Not me linking up with Chris Hemsworth at the Met Gala and him tapping his homeboy who just happens to be the Matt Damon. I had to take off that damn robe. It started getting hot in here. The sun was moving. It was just too much going on. I'm putting on this Forever lip liner. And what is the color? The color is India's Cacao. So I'm using Huda Beauty. It is the color Trendsetter. The Vanish Airbrush Powder by Hourglass. But it honestly is really good. Look at that. It just kind of blurs everything out and just meshes it together. I'm gonna put a little bit of this Chanel on, just on this apple area. I just wanted to make sure I shouted out Gigi Brows. This is what I use to go underneath my eyebrows. It just is a quick way to highlight them without having to do the whole brush thing. You can literally do it just like that. Then I'm gonna use a little bit of this Lash Luscious by Maybelline. I have on falsies, but they are on their last leg, sweetie. Nice little tip that I know many of us use. When the lashes are on their last leg, the extensions, put mascara, it gives them a little bit more life. Doing the spray. Angel Share, Killian. Is that basic? Hey, baby, this is Keke Palmer. Hair is done, the fro is fro, the face is naturally beat. We're ready to go outside and say, hey, yeah, girl, sending you love. You know, just very like in and out. It's like, does she have makeup on? Does she not? Does she have makeup on? She does, but you would know. Holla at your girl. Thanks, Vogue, for chilling with me.